Yo, yo, what it do, Leo? How y'all doing, man? Guess what time it is? It is time for the mid-month messages. My favorite time of the month. You know why it's my favorite time of the month? I'll tell you. Because for the mid-month messages, I am checking to see if timelines have changed. Yes, timelines can change. A lot easier than you would think. I always tell everybody, timelines and time frames are more fragile than a fucking glass ornament. Simply one step to the right or the left, it can push a timeline out or pull a timeline back years. All you got to do is take the advice provided in the main monthly reading and apply it to your situation, and that could easily change your timeline. Potentially. That's the whole point of the advice. Now that's the point of this video here tonight. So for those of you who are in need of a personal reading, the information is right down there in the description of this video. All right? Okie dokie. Let's see what's happening with the person from the past. Past person. If you're not here asking about a past person, sit tight. I'll get to you in a second. Let's see if timelines have changed between Leo and the person from the past. If timelines changed, had they changed for the better or for the worse? Chariot reversed. Knight of Wands. Uh-oh. Yup. I think the two of you are going to very briefly reconnect. Very briefly. I think there's going to be a very brief reconnection. Now, this is kind of weird. I'm definitely going to have to pull an outcome spread on this. Because we got the Knight of Wands up here. So this is kind of telling me that you may be either hoping or expecting this to turn into something long term. But with that Knight of Wands, Chariot reversed, I don't know about all that. I don't know. And you know what? I would even go as far as to say, well, no, I'm going to hold off on that. I'm not going to say that yet. We'll look and see what's happening in the outcome. But yeah, I think there's going to be a very, very brief reconnection. Very brief. And I'll say this much. I don't think it's going to turn out the way you expect. But it won't be as painful as you think it would. Not really. Some of you dealt with a Taurus in the past, also have Pisces and Cancer. Could be anybody. Those are just energies. Let me see this person's feelings and energy towards you. I'm kind of curious now. How's a past person feel about Leo? What's their energy look like? What kind of person are they in general? How do they feel about you? How do they see you? Seven of Wands reversed. So they're kind of hoping that you're going to let your guard down. But why? Two of Pentacles. See? Yeah. Yeah. And the Two of Swords. Yep. Yep. So they're definitely juggling somebody else. Absolutely. I hate to get too specific, but I got to go ahead and tell you the message that's screaming at me right now. What this feels like is a good old classic case of they got with somebody else and it either fell through or it's getting bumpy and rusty between the two of them. You know, two people break up, one person goes to this person, things start getting shitty with them, then they bounce back to the ex. Then things start getting better there. Then they bounce back to them and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. It's kind of what this feels like, dude. I'm not going to lie. So what this feels like, again, I know that's a little bit more specific than I like to get for a general reading, but that's what it feels like. Could be a Sagittarius for some of you. Also have Pisces. Could be a fellow Leo. I have Aquarius here. Did I say Sagittarius already? I think I did. Okay, yeah. All right. Yeah, they're definitely, there's somebody else in the picture. Definitely somebody else in the picture. So, if anything, it's hard to say. It's hard to put this into words. It's hard to put this into words. It's almost like they always want to have a backup plan. Let's put it like that. You know, they want to have a backup plan just in case this relationship goes wrong, which is you. But they also want to have a backup plan in case things go wrong with you. You know? They always want to have a backup plan. I'm going to tell you what right goddamn now. If you enter into any relationship with a backup plan, it's going to fail. It's going to fail. It's going to fail. You don't lay a solid foundation and build a life partnership with a backup plan. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. If you're even thinking about possibly maybe being with somebody else, it's going to fail. It's going to fail. It's going to fail. All right, well, let's see how this plays out. What's the outcome? What is the outcome? What's the outcome? What is the outcome between Leo and the past person? Two more. Temperance reversed again. Two of Pentacles again. Yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be a brief reconnection. I don't know if you're finding out about there being somebody else involved. Some of you already fucking know. But like I said, I don't think it's going to be quite what you would expect. The energy is going to feel very funny and very different. Very funny and very different. You may very briefly be kind of hoping and expecting that it'll turn into something long term. But even if this does last a little bit, it won't take very long at all for you to feel that something is seriously fucking off. Seriously. So, I don't see reconciliation happening. But what I'm trying to figure out is... So I don't see you reconciling, but what I'm trying to see here is what's the process of the two of you falling back apart again? That's what it's not really telling me. I don't know if you're just shooting them straight down or if you're backing away from this or if they're backing away from this. It won't tell me how it's playing out. But it's going to be a brief reconnection. I would say maximum a week, and that's pushing it. I don't even think it's going to be a week. I don't even think you're going to be reconnected with this person for more than 2 or 3 days. And you're kind of moving on from this. But you're finding closure. You're not getting closure. You're finding closure. It's a big difference between getting closure and finding closure. When somebody shows you their true colors, that's all the closure that you need. At the end of the day, when you see who somebody really is, rather than who you thought they were, rather than who you wanted them to be, and you see them for who they really are, it's all the closure you need. And at the end of the day, when it all comes down to it, when push comes to shove and the nitty gets gritty, you'll find closure so fast if you give yourself permission to see somebody for who they are. You know, that's 90% of why we don't find closure. Is because the ego painted a picture in its mind of what it wanted this person to be, and the universe is handing you evidence that contradicts the picture you painted in your mind, and the ego refuses to accept the truth. That's 90% of why we feel like we need closure. A lot of the times when people come to me and ask me sometimes, will I ever get closure? What they're really asking me is, will I ever be given the information that my ego desperately wants to hear? Will I ever have what I'm thinking and feeling validated? That's what they're really asking. No, probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Honestly. And it sucks, but nothing will make you do quantum leaps in healing and evolution faster than finding closure and forgiveness without that apology, without them admitting to what they did. You know, that's what'll help your spiritual evolution and your healing, to be able to do that shit yourself. Oh yeah, it will. And I think that's what's going to happen here. That's what's going to happen. I'm thinking so. So I think you're closing this out. I think you're closing this out. Finally finding closure. Well, does that need advice? I don't think it needs advice, but fuck it. Let's just throw a couple of advice cards just to see if anyone wants to come out. 4 of Wands. 4 of Cups. I don't think so. I don't think that needs a whole lot of advice, unless you just need the validation that you're making the right decision. But I mean, no. 2025 is going to be a big year of change. A big year of change. I know some of y'all are just tired of hearing that, because a lot of us have been saying that year after year after year for the past few years, because we've had a lot of false starts, and false flags over the past few years. They're really signaling. We've been waiting for the beginning of this new cycle for a few years now, and it kind of feels like it's about to crescendo, and then false start, But it's finally fucking here, dude. It's 2025 is the fucking year. This year has already been filled with change. God damn it. It's only March. And more shit has changed since January of 2025 than it has since goddamn fucking 2021. More has changed in just a few short months. Wait until March of next year. We're going to be living in a very different world. So, hey, release anything that's not serving you. Walk away from anything that's fighting against you. Cut fucking fake bullshit ass people out of your life. Man, don't get me started on that, dude. I'll be sitting here all night ranting about that. All right, let's switch gears now. Let me get some good vibes in the air real quick. Let me get another incense stick going. And then we gonna see what's going on with the singles and the person that you're interested in. Singles and your love interest. Hang on. Hang on, y'all. Hang on. Okay. Singles and your love interest. Let's see what's happening. What is happening, man? What's happening? Ooh, Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Well, hey, it looks like timelines might have changed for the better. Well, at least a love offer is being made. I do think a love offer is being made. I do think so. Let's see how that plays out. 2 more shuffles. 2 more. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. I am thinking this is going to turn into a relationship. I think so. I think this is going to turn into a relationship. But see, here's this funny thing, man. Here's this funny ass shit. You see this happen all the time. as soon as the two of you make it official, the energy is changing. There's going to be a drastic energetic shift within 48 hours. I don't normally spit specific time frames out like that, but I'm telling you, I'm feeling 48 hours. 72 at the max. Let's go ahead and roll with 72. 72 hours into the two of you making it official. The energy is not feeling like what you thought it was going to feel like. Not really. Now, I don't think that you're putting an end to this. You may not even say anything. But now, I don't know who this person is to you, or how well you know them, or how well you think you know them. But I think you're going to get a real big taste of this person's actual energy as soon as y'all make it official. It's unexplainable. Have you ever experienced that before? You ever experienced that before? Where you're interested in somebody and the enigma is hanging in the air of, you know, I want to be with this person. They're out of reach. I can't have them. And you're painting this picture in your mind of what you think it's going to be like to be with them and all this. And then it finally happens and you're disillusioned very fucking quickly, very quickly. I think most of us have experienced that. And that's what I'm thinking is happening here. But I don't, like I said, I don't even think you're going to say anything about it. I don't think so. You ain't saying nothing about it. I think you're just going to kind of try to ignore it. But, I mean, at least I feel like this has turned into a relationship. I think so. I think so. Could be an Aquarius for some of you. Also have Taurus. Let me see this person's energy. Let's see what's going on with them. Let's see what be going on with this person right here. What's the deal with this person? What's their energy look like? What are their feelings and intentions? Ooh, 10 of Wands. Eight of Pentacles, 4 of Cups. See? Yeah, they're guarding their heart. They're guarding their heart, and they are a little bit more insecure than they let on. And somehow you're picking up on that. A little bit more insecure. They may kind of come across as confident, you know, and like they have it all under control and they have it all together. You would be surprised how much confidence is fake. And just generally, just out there in public. People that you work with, you know, bosses, coworkers, just people in public in general. There's a lot of fake confidence out there. A whole lot. And some people are pretty damn good at it. But regardless, you don't realize it's fake until you make it in just a little bit closer, you know? You make it right past that little veil of bullshit energy, and then you feel it. You feel that their energy is off. I wouldn't say this person has bad intentions. Matter of fact, I think you honestly intimidate them a little bit. And that may be a little bit off-putting to you. Because I think the roles were reversed. In the beginning, you may have been slightly intimidated by them. Not in like a bad way or anything like that. But then when you see that they feel kind of intimidated by you, maybe like, wait a minute. What? You know? I don't think they have bad intentions, though. I do think that they are ready to settle down. I just don't know if they know how. This person's a horrible communicator, too. Horrible communicator, and I love the way this is depicted in this deck. Guarding their heart. So, let's get the advice. What's the advice for the single Leos and their love interest? What's the advice? Hey, the Fool card, man. Hang on. let's try to focus on communication in the beginning. Okay. I hate to sound cliche, but especially if this happens here real soon. Okay. Right now, we are going through an astrological shit show. Okay. Let's just get this fucking Pisces season out of the way. Okay. While we're in Pisces season, just bite the bullet, white knuckle that steering wheel, and push through this bullshit. Okay. There's going to be miscommunications. There's going to be misunderstandings, you know. Try not to let it turn into like arguments and try not to let it sabotage certain connections, you know. Don't be afraid to don't be afraid to ask, to double check, you know, when communicating. Don't jump to conclusions and thinking that somebody means something. Don't be afraid to ask somebody, what do you mean by that? You know, not in like a smart ass way, but just like, I'm curious. I may have misunderstood you. What, explain yourself. Let me repeat what you said back to you and you tell me if I got it right. You know, make sure communication is clear. You and this person could build something pretty sweet. You really could. It's going to require some emotional independence. Okay. Don't put your emotions onto anyone as their job or their responsibility. And don't you ever let nobody put their emotions onto you as your job or your responsibility. As long as we understand that, we good. Now, that does not mean that you don't do everything you can to try to help make your partner as happy as possible. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that you can break your back trying to make your partner happy. And at the end of the day, that's only going to contribute to maybe 10% of their happiness. I would say that if I had to make a list of the top 3 leading causes of relationship failure, that would definitely be on that list. It might even be number 1. You know, somebody expecting another person to create their happiness for them, to make them feel happy, whole, fulfilled, and complete. Got news for you. Can't nobody make you feel like that. You got to be responsible for your own happiness. That doesn't mean I won't try to make you happy. I'll do every damn thing I can, man. Absolutely. I'll do everything in my power to try to help make you happy. But at the end of the fucking day, if you ain't participating in your happiness, ain't nothing I can fucking do. Now, that needs to be understood in the beginning, and work on communication and work on building a friendship. A friendship, okay? And y'all could build something pretty fucking nice. All right, time to shift gears again. Let's see what's going on with the new person. Newest person in Leo's life. The intention I'm putting into it is like the last 3 months. But at the end of the day, it's whatever feels new to you. If you're in a 6-month relationship and you consider that new, okay, cool. Take it however it resonates. How are things looking between Leo and the new person? Have timelines changed? If timelines change, did they change for the better or for the worse? Too many. Leo and the new person, King of Cups. Well, man, this person's definitely in love with you. Absolutely. Ace of Swords. Shit, communication looks great. Star card. Holy fuck, man. Could be an Aquarius for some of you. Queen of Cups, King of Cups. God damn, this is looking good. This is looking good. And I don't just say that. I got any new faces in here? My channel has not stopped growing since 2018, so I always have new faces in here. I don't just say shit like that, okay? Oh, no, I don't. I read what comes through. I read what comes through. Oh, I piss people off all the time. I don't give a fuck. I'm an honest reader. If it's negative, you bet your goddamn skippy ass I'm going to read it negative. Okay? So when I say that, it's true. I don't just say that. Okay? I know there's plenty of readers on YouTube who blow smoke up your ass and sleep at night. I can't do that. When I say it looks good, it looks fucking good. It looks real good. Anyway, though, the only thing that I'm kind of seeing here is that somebody here is still kind of getting over some trust issues. Nope, I read that wrong. Sorry about that. That's not what that is. That's not a trust issue. There's somebody else keeping an eye on y'all. And I think it's a salty fucking ex spying on y'all, trying to figure out a way to sabotage this, because that's how good it looks. Man, I'm going to tell you what, when you're happy and when you're doing good, you gonna attract haters. Oh, you gonna attract haters when you're happy and doing good. Especially somebody that you fell out with in the past. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, they're your worst haters, dude. Your enemies from the past. Oh, God. Oh, God. So I'm thinking that there's some salty, pissed off ex that sees this and they ain't happy about it. They ain't happy about it. They gonna try. Well, they're thinking about it. I'm not seeing them actually doing it. So you might not have anything to worry about, but just know there's somebody watching y'all mad as fuck. Mad as a motherfucker. I kind of like it when I find out somebody's doing that. I don't know about you. I'm like, oh, yeah, you watching? Oh, keep on watching. That's just me, though. Anyway, yeah. Other than that, though, man, it's looking fucking good, bro. It's looking damn good. I ain't got much else to say about it. Some of y'all could be dealing with a Virgo. I also have Aquarius. And that's it. Okay. Well, let's see this person's feelings, energy, and intentions towards you. New person. What are their feelings, energies, and intentions towards you? Okay. All right. Well, they're doing the best that they can to try to be smart about this. There's a part of them that's really ready to jump into this head first and hit the ground running. There's another part of them that kind of wants to take things slow just to be smart. You know, they want to form a psychological and an emotional connection with you. So they're trying to balance that out. The only thing I would say, though, is that they're still vibing out how am I going to word this? They still have some things that are burdening them that they haven't really opened up to you about. And it's not because they're hiding things from you. They're not being dishonest or anything like that. They're not trying to mislead you. They just don't want to burden you with their problems at the wrong time. They don't want to burden you with their problems. They plan on opening up to you when the time is right. Other than that, though, I mean, yeah, this looks pretty damn solid. They're ready to settle down and build a life partnership. They are. This is one of the fucking best damn readings I've done in a long time. Like, straight, solid fucking energy. Solid. It don't always come through like that. Oh, no, it don't. No, it don't. And when it don't come through like that, I ain't going to read it like that. I don't care how mad you get at me. I'm not scared of your mean, nasty comments. I'm not scared of your little hit piece videos you do about me. I don't give a fuck. I read what comes through. So that looks good. That looks real good. All right. Well, let's see. Let's just get some advice. Let's get some advice. What's the advice? What's the advice? Man, everything's rolling pretty solid, man. I'm kind of struggling for advice on this. It's rolling so solid. You don't really need a lot of advice here in the beginning. Not really. Not a whole lot. The only thing I think I would throw in there is to make sure y'all are focusing on the friendship aspect of the connection. I would say that. Now, that doesn't mean ignore the emotional aspect, but don't neglect the friendship aspect. Because eventually, these crazy, heavy, intense feelings are going to wear off eventually. And that's totally normal. That's totally natural. They're going to wear off eventually. And then, what are you left with? What are you left with when that wears off? You're going to have to be friends. And being friends with the person you're with goes a lot deeper than us just enjoying spending time around each other. It's way deeper than that. Now, that's important. I'm not saying that's not important, but it's way, way deeper than that. You want to be friends with the person that you're with because your best friend is the person you can talk to about anything. Anything. Literally anything. There should not be one person on this planet that you have to run to talk to about something because you can't talk to your partner. That is a big fucking problem. Your partner should be that one person that you can talk to about anything. That's why you want this person to be your best fucking friend. That's why. Because your best friend is the person you can talk to about anything. Okay? Other than that, though, man, this is looking solid. This is looking real solid. So, keep it going. Keep it going. Keep doing what you're doing. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Leo family needed to hear. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget, the information for personal readings is right down there in the description. All right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I will see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity. Stay blessed.